But Jono Carroll, the fact that you told us in the fighter meetings you have a goal book in 2022, you're going to become a world champion. Well, lo and behold, tonight against Andy Vincent, your victory, you are now guaranteed a world title shot. With everything you've been through, the fact that you lost a child, you have a beautiful family, but now the significance, a couple hours later, what does this win mean to you?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, I had a really rough year this year, but I always say you have to sacrifice, make big sacrifices in boxing, and in life, if you don't make those sacrifices, then your dreams become those sacrifices. And I truly believe that, you know, I made those sacrifices, I wrote down all my goals, everything that I want to accomplish, and I read them every morning and every night. So to me, it's not a matter of if or it's only when I'm going to accomplish these goals. And I actually have won a world title in 2021 or 2022, and then I have, or maybe before then, with a little smiley emoji, you know what I mean? So God knows, but God just, or the universe, whatever you want to believe in, just placed this right in front of me, and He made this for the world title eliminator. And I just believe if you can see it in your mind and hold it in your hand. So for me, I genuinely I'm just waiting for the time that I become world champion. And I actually have wrote down as well that when I become world champion, I can move on to the next chapter of my life. And I'm looking forward to that. You know, I'm looking forward to closing this chapter, becoming a nice businessman, doing whatever, and being a nice family man, spending quality time with family. We don't like leave my family for all these camps, but sacrifices have to be made. And my queen of a woman at home, she's amazing, you know what I mean? She gave me the strength. She told me the night we lost the baby, we went to bed, the next day she was like, go over and buy yourself some shorts and trainers, and you need to go for a jog, you need to be 100% for this fight. She was still in hospital, like we were in the hospital. I was running up and down the car park like a lunatic. I say people are like, who is this fella? What is he up there in the big hospital car park? You know what I mean? I just doing mad things, but at the same, I was doing press-ups in the toilet because I couldn't train with a mask on, because you have to wear a mask in the hospital. It was a mad year. But all those things, when you get a little victory like tonight, it all becomes worth it. You know, that little step closer to me dream, my goals. And I won't be accomplished as a man until I win that world title. So it better come sooner or later, because I'm 29 now and getting on. This body can't take too much more punishment.
You told me in the post-fight interview, for the media members who are obviously covering it and listening to the broadcast, but there was a period in the fight, and this blew my mind, because you were getting tagged in that 9th round with big shots from Andy Vincent's 8th, sorry, you know, stand corrected.
Yeah, I smashed him in that 9th round, so
but, so you smashed him in the 9th round, but in the 8th, you couldn't see him. That's why the doctor was asking you, and you told me that you were pretty much blind in the fight, and you were fighting on guts and instinct. How did you even get through that round, because you couldn't see? How's that even possible?
Yeah, it was a nightmare. I've had way worse cuts to this in the past, but they've actually been longer when the blood dripped down to the side. But this time it was just right on the eye bone, and it kept dripping straight in my eye. And I was just, every time I blinked, I got like a red blur, and I couldn't see anything. And every time I tried to wipe it, he kept hitting me with a jab, and I was like, oh. So then I started nearly dropping the hand, so I didn't wipe it. I was trying to just stay as far away from it as possible, and then he was catching me, tagging me with silly shots. But it was that little lapse of concentration. And when I walked back to that corner, I was just thinking, this goal book, like, I'm not going home. Like,
so it's the goal book?
The goal book was in that 9th round.
World champion in 2022.
Yeah, I was literally walking there, I was like, I can't lose this, because I'm not even tired. Like, I'm 100% here. I'm not losing this just because I can't see. I was like, I'm just going to close the distance and go to war. And I said it to my trainer when I sat down. He said, like, come on, we need to be winning these rounds. You had to lose them last 2 rounds. We need to win these rounds. And I said, right, do you want me just to go to war with him? Like, just close that gap, so at least if I throw and I'm close, I'm going to land. And he said, yeah, go to war with him. So we just went out there, put the pressure on him, and it was perfect. It worked. You know what I mean? Them last 2 rounds, what won me the fight?
How proud are you Because the one thing we know about fighters from Ireland, you guys come and you bring it every single time. Your country should be proud of you, but how proud are you to represent your country inside this ring on a global stage that was Triller Fight Club?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm very proud, but I'm also my worst critic at the same time. I've been performing a million times better than what I performed in the gym. You know what I mean? So when we went back to the dressing room, me and my coach was like, we know that's not us. We know. I had 5 weeks only training for this fight, you know. So, and it wasn't correct. At times I was on knife fields and I was sparring the next day. You know what I mean? So it wasn't correct. So we were going to candle at both ends. And then I was like, right, I went to Mexico then, and at least the last 3 weeks we got serious then. But up to that point, it was like I was knife fields every second night. You know what I mean? It was hard work, but it's all worth it. You know, going home with my family being very proud of me, my country watching being proud of me, and my team and sponsors and everyone. I've made them proud. The most important thing, you have to close the show. Champions know how to close the show. You know what I mean? And I had to do that. I had no other option. You know what I mean? And when it comes push or shove, it's either right, you bite down the gum shield and you become the champion. That's how winning is done.
And finally, what do you want to tell the rest of the champions at 130? Because now you have the #1 contender status. Your next fight will be for the world title. What do you want to tell all the champions at 130 pounds?
I'm coming. King Jono Carroll is coming, and I can't wait, because when I have a 12-week camp, the previous camp went amazing, and I was so sharp, I was so fit. It was incredible. I was in the best shape of my life. And then I went home and my baby came out of hospital, so then I was, you know, it was a crazy time. So this one wasn't correct. But when I'm 100% and I get a 12-week camp, I'm going to destroy all them champions. I'm coming. And I don't even know the man's name who has the WBA, but I'm taking that belt.
Jono Carroll, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contender at 130 pounds.